Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 10th Annual General Assembly of the ENFiD and, of course, the 10th year anniversary. May I call on Mr. Rafaelito Gomez to lead us for the invocation.
Thank you very much, Lord, for being here today, for everyone to make it for this day, a very important day to end. May we pray that we have a fruitful assembly, and in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, we all put this into His hand. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. May we remain standing for the national anthem to be led by the FFOC officers and choir from the Cyprus Republic. All welcome Miss Esther Betty.
Lili.
Magandang umaga. Good morning, everybody. Bonjour. Guten Morgen. How about in Italy? Buongiorno. Kalimerasas from Cyprus. Welcome to Cyprus, to the ENFiD delegates. And as you probably all know, my name is Esther, and it was really nice to meet you all last night, yesterday. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all in a cloudy Cyprus at the moment. I know I have promised that Cyprus is a sunny place. Unfortunately, the weather did not cooperate with us, but I still hope that you have enjoyed your visit here in Cyprus. Alongside our neighboring Israel, who is also an ENFiD member, Cyprus is the most easterly participant in the European network of Filipino diaspora in Europe. Cyprus is the workplace and home for an estimated 18,000 Filipinos, which is nearly 2% of the entire population of this small island. That portion of the population gives us a loud collective voice, which I am pleased to say that the Cyprus government hears and responds to, as evidenced by the presence of our esteemed special guest today, the representative and the mayor of Nicosia. My community work in Cyprus spans more than 25 years and is currently channeled through the work of FFOC. My family and I came to Cyprus in 1994. So Cyprus is now our home, and I started serving the Filipino community in 1996. I think all of you know, the Filipinos here in Cyprus, what work have I been doing during the last few years. And for as long as I am here in Cyprus, I will continue to do so to serve my community. And you will always count on me. For as long as I can do it, I will do it. Alam niyo yan, na hindi ako nagsasabi ng no kung sino ang lumalapit. Because we are all Filipinos in this small island, and what I kept on saying is that walang ibang nagtutulungan kundi tayo-tayo lang. And I'm encouraging the Filipinos who are married here in Cyprus, because I know that they are the ones who could also lead the Filipino community here and who could help to please step up your support sa ating mga kapwa dito sa Nicosia. And I'm very pleased that there are Filipino community leaders in Cyprus, Larnaca, Limassol, of course, Nicosia. And I'm sad that Paphos and Ayanapa are not here today, but because they are very far and tomorrow is a public holiday, it is quite difficult for them to come in here. But I really do appreciate that the other Philcom leaders have joined us today to welcome the ENFiD delegations. ENFiD Cyprus have joined last year during the kasagsagan ng lockdown. And I'm very pleased that the chairperson have reached out to the Filipinos here in Cyprus to become a part of ENFiD Europe. We are very grateful that you have considered us as part of the network of Filipino diaspora. Truly, maraming salamat, ENFiD Europe. I'm also very pleased that Your Excellency, Ambassador Leon Park, our Honorary Consul Charlene from Larnaca, Mrs. Maria Marculi, representative of the Mayor of Nicosia, our Labor Attaché, very active one, Labor Attaché Cyprus, and all our distinguished guests here. I'm very happy that you have all joined us today to celebrate the 10th anniversary of ENFiD Europe. Unfortunately, our chairperson could not make it. Kuya Ronald will explain what happened later on. So we have our vice chairperson here to stand on her behalf. We would also like, since our ambassador is here, to emphasize again the importance of reaching out to the Cyprus government, most especially regarding the pension issues for the Filipinos, because at the moment, there are a lot now of Filipinos who are eligible to get their social insurance pensions. And we hope that through your good office, Ambassador, you will pursue and please talk to the Cyprus government to make it easier for those Filipinos, most especially those who are already in the Philippines, to apply for their pension. They deserve to get what they have paid. All of us here have contributed towards the social insurance, and the Cyprus government have promised that everyone will get the share of what they have paid. We have to insist, to pressure them, to make it easier for any Filipinos to apply for their pension. And this is, I think, the request of all the Filipinos here in Cyprus. I know Miss Army has been working very hard for these petitions, for these issues. So let us all work together as a Filipino community. We must make our voices heard. Dahil kung hindi tayo nagkakaisa, walang mangyayari sa ating komunidad. So we must make our voices hear as one. As one, hindi yung kanya-kanyang grupo. So I ask all the Filipino community leaders here, let us cooperate, support each other. I know Sunday is only our day that we can be together, but at least we have fun every Sunday when we meet, right? So I encourage all the Filipinos that whenever we have an activity, let us support one another. Okay? At the moment, marami tayong mga kababayan na nangangailangan ng tulong natin. We are doing our very best to help them. And I'm calling on all you Filipinos here in Cyprus to show your kindness, your generosity sa ating mga kapwang may sakit at the moment. I know that most of us are doing our best personally to help these Filipinos, mga kababayan natin dito. We should continue doing that. What I'm asking from all of you is continue to support one another. And that's what I keep on saying. Walang ibang nagtutulungan, kundi tayo lang. And I am very pleased now that we are a member of ENFiD and our voices will be heard more. Okay? There are 7 countries member of ENFiD. And if each member of these will give their voices towards our concern, I think the government will listen to us. So, thank you again sa inyong lahat, most especially to the FFOC officers for their support and cooperation. I know the last 3 Sundays have been really hectic, difficult, but I'm so grateful because every Sunday during the last 3 weeks you have given your time for the preparation of this event. So on behalf of the Filipino community in Cyprus, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat na nandito ngayon sa ating 10th anniversary. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much. Actually, for additional information and introduction to our FFOC chairwoman, of course, and
in entire Europe. And correct me, Ambassador, I think there are about 19 Philippine embassies and consulates in Europe. I don't know if the number is still updated, but that was the latest statistic that we got from the Commission of Filipino Overseas. We undertake and support programs related to environment, promotion of Filipino arts and culture, and initiate learning and development activities among Filipino diaspora for their intellectual and mental well-being. So we continuously hold conferences, financial literacy programs, as well as leadership and other developmental activities among different organizations or Filipino organizations in Europe. Well, annually we hold conferences and general assembly like this one. This is our 10th, so this is our 10th year anniversary. We started in Rome in 2012, and we are now in 18 countries, and we hope to grow the membership despite the varying challenges of the organization. And despite this pandemic, we are fortunate to be meeting face-to-face for the first time since the pandemic began in 2020. Our last annual assembly face-to-face was held in London, United Kingdom in 2019. And in 2020 and 2021, we just held a virtual Zoom annual general assembly because of the pandemic. Again, sincere thanks and appreciation to the Filipino Federation of Organizations of Cyprus and of course ENFiD Cyprus, Ms. Betty, for making it possible to hold face-to-face despite very short period of preparation, and we are very thankful and grateful to that, sir, and FOC. We heard your concern and we hope and feel as one will be able to help you in all the concern. I think the ambassador heard it loud, and of course the office of the mayor is here, the labor attaché is here, so hopefully we can come up together and come up with one unified stand on all the issues raised today. Let me acknowledge also those members of the board of directors of FILIPINO in other countries who are here today, including the country representative and their group. We have here Mr. Rafaelito Gomez and Alice Nicomet of France. Ms. Ana Del Valle of Italy, Milan, Italy. Ms. Amy Balagasay and the group of Switzerland. Of course, you're truly and our colleague, Christian Estrada of United Kingdom. All our members of this representative are in Zoom today, virtually with us, because of some restrictions still, and a short period of preparation. They were not able to join us today physically, but virtually they are all over the world right now, watching us and joining us today celebration. As earlier said, our theme today is Bayanihan at talakayan sa panahon ng pandemya. So that is embodying the Filipino spirit of unity amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The continuous resiliency, unity, and cooperation of Filipino organizations, Filipino Community, made it possible today to be with us here today. Napakahirap, Esther, I know the hard work that you put in the FOC in coming up with this kind of celebration, 10-year annual assembly, in a so short period of time. It's usually a one-year preparation. Yeah. But despite that, this is a very significant event, and we are very thankful. FILIPINO Cyprus is the newest member of FILIPINO. It is the 18th member country of FILIPINO, and we are very grateful to that one. Again, welcome you, and there are various inspirational messages and speeches from our distinguished guests tonight, today. And we are excited to hear some new insights and ideas from His Excellency and other speakers for today. Again, welcome you to the 10th Annual General Assembly of FILIPINO. Salamat po.
Thank you for that warm welcome. Magandang umaga po. Kalimera sas. And mabuhay sa ating lahat. Mabuhay. I'm very honored to be here today to speak briefly among all of you as we also celebrate and commemorate 42 years of the diplomatic relations of Cyprus and the Philippines. Incidentally, we are also celebrating in our town in Larnaca a few events to commemorate this and to celebrate also our Filipino community and our Filipino spirit. As you have mentioned today that the theme is Bayanihan, talakayan sa panahon ng pandemic, there's no better time to emphasize that being united is really what will strengthen us more. And one unified voice is really what we need. At the end of the day, nag-iisa lang po tayo, yung Filipinong puso. More than 5,000 miles away from the Philippines, we are all gathered. 10th anniversary of ENFiD, and that we're able to do this celebration face-to-face is really heartwarming, because not so long ago, we used to take for granted being able to meet face-to-face. And now that we are here, we know the value of each moment that we're able to see each other face-to-face. So I'm so very happy to be here. Thank you so much. I look forward to more gatherings like this with ENFiD and with all of the Filipino communities in Cyprus. Maraming salamat po sa suporta ninyo sa bagong pagbukas ng ating konsulado sa Larnaca. Nandito lang kami para pagsuporta dito. Of course, we're supporting our dear ambassador, His Excellency Pale, and our labor attaché, Ma'am Cynthia Cruz. Maraming salamat. Nandito po kami to give you service, to help you, and for us to all work together. Good morning and Kalimera.
Ayan. So as that was said a while ago, we have a lot of superwomen in Cyprus, Cyprus leaders. So the next to give us her words, of course, one of our distinguished guests, none other than our walang pahinga. Kasi si Ma'am talagang grabe ang ikot niya. Kahit saan talagang makikita si Ma'am working so hard for the Filipino community in Cyprus and Greece. And of course, in the North Macedonia, North Macedonia, ayan si Ma'am. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you our labor attaché, none other than Miss Cynthia Cruz, Policies and Housing. Distinguished guests and may fellow kababayan, isang mainit na pagbate, no? Ngayong makulimlim na umaga. I think the warmth in this room makes for the cold weather outside, right? So it is a privilege to be invited to this annual General Assembly of the European Network of Filipino Diaspora. A network, from what I read, it has grown from its modest origins in 1991 to achieving overwhelming support, from a large number of organizations from 18 countries, is that right, today, right? So I think the tie that binds this support is the aspiration of all of us, to create a community of Filipinos whose global reach enriches places where they are found, for the reason that they continue to remain in touch with their Filipino heritage that makes them exemplar global citizens in the first place. Okay. So it is in this light and in support of this aspiration that the Philippine President promulgated on December 30, 2021, Republic Act 11641, an act creating the Department of Migrant Workers to address the needs and take care of the welfare of the Filipino diaspora through putting in one place and in one office all agencies concerned with Filipino overseas workers and overseas Filipino affairs. Now, the creation of this Department of Migrant Workers is deemed as a welcome development, as it reflects the Philippine commitment to establishing a global recognized migration management system. And it is said to be the first law in the world to incorporate the recommendations in the Global Compact for safe, orderly, and regular migration. So it is believed that this new Philippine policy coordinative platform is aligned with ENFiD's collaborative strategy as we all move forward to making positive change happen for the Filipino diaspora.
So I'd like to congratulate this European network for their continuing advocacy for the betterment of the Filipino diaspora. And I wish, of course, to acknowledge Ms. Esther and, of course, the organization, the FFOC, for their robust representation of the Philippine interest in this forum. So all the best for today and in all your future endeavors as well. So thank you and good morning.
The mayor of Nicosia, of course, another beautiful lady from Nicosia, Miss Maria Marcul.
Good morning. So, Your Excellency, Mr. Giovanni Palek, Ambassador of the Philippine Embassy in Athens, Dear Justice Francisco Acosta, Secretary of the Commission on Filipinos Overseas, Mrs. Labor Attaché Cynthia Kras of the Philippine Embassy and the Philippine Overseas Labor Office, Dear Mrs. Esther Betty, Chair of the European Network of Filipino Diaspora in Cyprus, Dear Mr. Ronald Sipat, Vice Chairperson of the European Network of Filipino Diaspora, Dear Mrs. Champagne Garcia Laconico, Philippine Consulate in Larnaca, Dear Father Andrew Arkin, Parish Priest of the Holy Cross Catholic Church in Nicosia, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for the invitation to attend the celebration of the 10th anniversary of the founding of the European Network of Filipino in Diaspora. It's a great honor for me to be here and share this day with you, as you commemorate 10 years of connecting Filipinos in Europe. Today is a day of celebration. On this special day, the city of Nicosia welcomes the cooperation of the European Network of Filipino in Diaspora and the Federation of Filipino Organizations in Cyprus in organizing this glorious event. It's a great privilege that ENFID Cyprus has been chosen as the host country for the 2022 Annual General Assembly of ENFID Europe and ENFID country representatives from all over the world have been invited to attend the event. ENFID, which is an organization that reflects the diversity of the Filipino society at large, envisions a community of Euro-Filipinos whose social and economic contributions and potentials are recognized locally and globally. A community fully integrated in Europe, which keeps its cultural values and traditions alive while enriching Europe's diversity. Nicosia Municipality and its foundation stands with the Filipino community in Cyprus and embraces diversity. We work hard to provide equal opportunities to all of our citizens, no matter what their nationality, color, sex, religion, disability, or living standards are. At Nicosia Municipality, we renew our commitment in supporting your efforts and teamwork, which aim towards the benefit of the Filipino community. Our common values of respect, our common commitment to peace, and our common respect to diversity empower and consolidate us. We work together for a healthier society and embrace us all by creating a vibrant and open society without discrimination. Held every year since 2012, the Annual General Assembly of ENFID is an opportunity to celebrate not only the richness of the Filipino culture, but also the importance of cultural competency and intercultural dialogue by recognizing culture as an enabling factor for sustainable development. Thank you again for the invitation, and I wish you to enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you so much.
Cleopatra Hotel, Maria. Okay, of course, I would like also to acknowledge the different organizations here in Cyprus. We have the president from the Filipinos married to Cypriots, Miss Pearly. We have also the Association of Filipinos in Cyprus, Ma'am Arlie. We have the PBOC, or the Voice of OFWs in Cyprus, Miss Jess Cavalli. We have the Powers Larnaca. Of course, we have Miss Nancy. And we have also the president of the Kalinga Organization Cyprus chapter, Miss Ina Marie. And yours truly, the president of Filipino Literacy Society. We have also the OPC president, Miss Beth Bellio, and the rest of officers of the FMOC. Welcome, and thank you so much for your support. Okay, may we request now to give us inspirational message. We would like to acknowledge the arrival of our Chief of Police Officer from the Republic of Cyprus, Mr. Stelios Papadopoulos. Of Mr. Stelios Papadopoulos and partners. Okay, so
€30 yung pagkain natin.
And it's an honor for us to be here with you, to join you. In the past, I have a good cooperation with Esther, so I hope to continue our cooperation with you. Thank you and hope you all the best.
Thank you so much, Ms. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you one of our guests, of course, none other than the Chief of Police in the Republic of Cyprus, Mr. Stelios Papadopoulos.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here with you today. It's an honor for me. We just want to show and express our gratitude to the community, and we are very glad you invited us here today to see the ambassador, to see the regional contact persons, and of course to see Esther. To know that the Cyprus police always next to the communities, and we really feel that you can share all the aspects of the economy, of the social life in Cyprus. legal way. Otherwise, you are going to find us in front of you. So, once again, thank you for being here with you and coming for me. I really understand that many representatives from other countries are here with you today. I wish you to have a productive and enjoyable meeting today. Thank you.
Philippine Embassy, Athens.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Magandang araw sa inyo, as we say in Filipino, and happy medicines, as we say in Cyprus. First of all, welcome to all those visitors here in Cyprus. I'm sure it's a much warmer place where you came from. So enjoy the nice weather that we have, even though it's been cloudy. Yesterday was a fine day. I hope you had the opportunity to go around and visit the place. The Chief of Police, Mr. Steros Pakatodoro, Ms. ZENY, is my colleague, Cleopatra Cruz. Of course, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. First of all, let me congratulate the organizers, led by no less than Esther Ben, the chairperson of FILIPINO Cyprus. It is definitely remarkable that in 1 month's time you were able to organize this, and with the help, I'm sure, of your team, with the rest of your team. The FFOC, right? And it is also remarkable that people of such short notice have been able to come, and I'm sure they were already looking forward to this trip. If it's your first time to Cyprus, please go and visit the nice places that they have here. Not only here in Nicosia, but go around to Bayanihan, and if you have time, Nicosia and Passport. I haven't been myself, but we were there in Nicosia and everything. It is probably the theme, as you said, is Bayanihan at talakayan sa panahon ng pandemic. But maybe we should add, with the current crisis right now sa panahon ng gera, pandemic at gera, which is war, which is affecting, I think, not only just 1 or 2 countries, but it's the whole region that is being affected. And it's sad, and we pray that it will soon end, and that hopefully both countries will come to a peaceful agreement and get back on track. You know, everybody was just thinking that we're about to recover from this pandemic. Things are a bit normalizing, if I may say. But unfortunately, we have another challenge before us. But that does not mean that as FILIPINO, your work stops. I know it's a challenge to get everyone, especially Filipinos, to come together. I always say, in my experience, that as there are 7,100 islands in the Philippines, there are also 7,100 ways of doing things in the Philippines. So goes the same for the Filipinos. Of course, everybody wants the common aspiration, but there's so many ideas on how to do it. Values that we learned as Filipinos, and try to institutionalize it. So, in your own organizations, you should always have a goal of passing it onwards. We're not going to be here forever, but definitely what we'd like to have our children have are the values that we have learned and gotten from the Philippines. And if I may just cite, Bayanihan are some of the values that we have. Malasakit, as well as pakikisama. These are the things that we have all learned as we've grown up in the Philippines, and we know what it means. But the challenge is for you to teach these values to the next generation who will carry on your work, who will be part of your organization, or who will do the work of the organization long after they're all gone. And at least what you have is, you have your legacy of enriching not only their lives, but also the people that we are staying with. Like here in Cyprus, I'm sure they welcome us because we have a common faith, and we also enrich their culture by showing them how we dress, and how we prepare our food. I don't know if you've had our food. Right now we're having a food festival. Our honorary consul in Larnaca is having this food festival in Larnaca, and hopefully you get to try Filipino food. And at the same time, we also get enriched by their culture. And we all know it's not easy, it's not difficult. What I mean is that it's not difficult adjusting here because the food that they like, we also like. One of the things I can say, because I did the Middle East, is you can find pork here easily, right? So, but if you came from the Middle East, you won't find pork that easy. Now, earlier, there were calls for the United Voice. Of course, we hear you, we hear what your concerns are, and like anyone else, when it comes to negotiations, it takes two to tango. So while we may push for our own solutions, especially the social security aspects, we are, of course, trying to put that in our agenda. It always helps that what we would call reactivate our own networks, for it. And what do I mean? This is the soft power that we have. Many of our colleagues at Kababayans also work with very prominent, have very prominent lawyers. And it's through them that they can make, let's say, a follow-up, saying, hey, I talked to my ambassador, and he said, hey, I met your boss, and everything. And then he mentioned that he was trying to take up the social security. Maybe you can put that on your agenda, right? So it's always good. Just because you're working for a prominent lawyer, it doesn't mean that you have to rely on government alone. You can influence actually the outcome or the speed of the resolution. So, hindi lang kami dapat kasama nyo. But if you want to work for it, may mga kasama tayo na nagtatrabaho sa mga malalaking tao, at sila ang makakatulong din para makulit yung kulitin nila yung mga konti. Hindi na, walang bilhin nila. Okay, palis na. Okay. I know the social security is a very, let's say, relevant issue for us because we have an aging work population here among the Filipino communities. Not only here in Cyprus, but it's also in Greece that we have. So, with that, hopefully we can all work together. We'll give you an update, and hopefully huwag din kayo magsasawa na mangulit sa amin, at hindi kayo magsasawa makikinig sa inyo. Sometimes things do work slowly for government. I'm sure my colleagues in government know that. Even though you want to speed things up, there are some other things that you have to consider. But definitely things will get resolved. And with that, I hope to continue collaborating with ENFiD, not only here, but also to my colleagues and the rest of you. And with that, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Palek. Of course, really, bayanihan, samahan, tulungan, pagkakaisa, those are the Filipino traits that we bring all over the world. Hindi lang po yan dito sa Europe, hindi lang po dito sa ibang bansa, kundi buong mundo, dala-dala po natin ang ugaling yan. And of course, I would like to emphasize also the message of our dear Ambassador about that ipamana natin yung nakagawian natin ng pag-uugali, because those traits are really worthy to treasure. So, mas magiging maganda kung pati ang mga susunod na henerasyon ay patuloy nilang magagamit at makikita yon para tuloy-tuloy po ang true character of the Filipinos. Okay, so may I request our Chairman Esther Perry to be on the middle, together with His Excellency Ambassador Palek. And may I request Mr. Stelios? Yes. Okay, to give a gift. Okay.
Allow me, at the presence of the ambassador, to offer to Esther our for this emblem, two new coins, with the confidence of myself and of course for Cyprus Police.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is normally I would stop talking, but this is so surprising. Thank you so much. I know during the last 2 years, most especially during the pandemic, when the lockdown just started and everything was very, very difficult. We could not go out to go and give relief to not only the Filipinos, but to other nationalities. And where do I turn to ask for a favor to let us go around driving? Of course, our Chief of Police. I have asked him to give us special permission to go around because during the first 3 months of the lockdown, it was very difficult, it was very strict, nobody could go out. And I remember one of my friends, my colleague here, the first Sunday that we went around in Leader Street, she went back to her flat trembling, crying, because she was stopped by police twice in Leader Street. What are you doing here? And she was carrying food to give to the Filipinos around town. And we, of course, mentioned your name, sir, and they let her go around. And thank you so much, of course, for the support that you have given to the Filipino community, most especially during those difficult times. And we hope that we can continue the good cooperation between our community and the Cyprus society. We really thank you from the bottom of our heart, from all the Filipinos here in Cyprus, for your support, for your cooperation towards our community. And in token of our gratitude, I would like to give you this. You have second one. And as we say in the Philippines, maraming salamat. Thank you so much. Efharistopoli.
Thank you.
Ambassador Giovanni Palek of the Philippine Embassy in Athens, Honorary Consul, Attorney Kriton Tormaraitis of the Philippine Consulate in Nicosia, Honorary Consul, Ms. Charmaine Garcia Laconico of the Philippine Consulate, Larnaca, Mayor Constantinos Yorcalis of Nicosia, Ms. Esther Biati, Chair of the FILIPINO Cyprus, Ms. Leonor Viterbo, Chair of FILIPINO Europe, and other distinguished guests, my fellow government workers, and to my beloved kababayans, the Filipino overseas in Europe. Good morning. Isang magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. At sa aking mga kaibigan, na imbagnal daw tayo amin ako. I convey my warmest greetings to all officers and members of the European Network of Filipino Diaspora or ENFiD on your 10th anniversary and for successful convening of this year's Annual General Assembly. Your decade-long service to the Filipino communities in Europe has been a milestone in championing contributions and achievements of hundreds of thousands of overseas Filipinos who are living and working in the European continent. One of the hallmarks of being a Pinoy is that wherever we may be in the world, in Los Angeles, London, Dubai, Toronto, Tokyo, Milan, Seoul, and many other places, our anniversaries, whether personal or organizational, will always be a milestone, a very special day. We get together, eat Filipino food, indulge in familiar joys, Pinoy music, art, film, dance, storytelling for a day, as if we are all here back in our country. As the one thing Filipinos look forward to every year, surely this is one of the top things we surely missed last year and the other year because of the pandemic. And I am so glad that you will now all meet in person as we are. Very appropriate timing given that you will mark your 10th anniversary. The ongoing pandemic has put a spotlight on your immense contributions as well as the rest of the Filipino diaspora in keeping besieged healthcare systems afloat, especially in the most advanced countries, in manning maritime vessels, the key to trade and industry, and in running critical infrastructure of many countries. We commend our overseas Filipino frontliners for doing what they are best known for: selfless service and rock-solid commitment, so desperately needed in these troubling times. Our healthcare workers are our best bet and most credible envoys of goodwill, besides whom even diplomats might fail in comparison. They just don't save lives.
I-share mo yung video mo
They
sa
put
akin, ha?
their own lives on the line. The Philippine government is actively engaging overseas Filipinos to participate and be involved in issues of national concern. As early as 40 years ago, the Philippine government has recognized the potential of overseas Filipinos as partners of government towards national development and has created the commission with the mandate to provide services to overseas Filipinos. The CFO is the lead agency in creating and managing comprehensive integrated programs to maximize the potential contributions of overseas Filipinos to the country development. In particular, the CFO's various diaspora to development initiative has led to the formation of networks among Filipino organizations in the regions. The regional summit in 2012, which was held in Rome, led to the creation of the European Network of Filipino Diaspora, ENFiD. I would like to emphasize the important role of Filipino diaspora groups and networks, such as that of ENFiD, in, among others, helping ease the integration process for our newly arrived kababayans, as well as providing welfare and assistance for those Filipinos in distress. You are also called upon for support to lobby for the government of the host countries to shape policies in favor of migrants. Given your presence and wealth of experience in both the origin and receiving countries, you can serve as transnational communities able to provide support to important migration issues and advocacy such as integration programs and upskilling for new migrants, promotion of culture and heritage, and contributing to the economic development of origin countries. Hence, we are grateful for the existence of the European Network of Filipinos Diaspora, an active, independent, and growing network of Filipino associations and community leaders representing Andorra, Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic, Denmark, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Malta, Netherlands, Norway, Romania, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, and the United Kingdom. Filipino organizations in Europe and elsewhere may harness ENFiD's learning as a guide in strategic and objective planning, coordinating activities, and fund sourcing, which are indispensable elements of organizational management. You are a force to be harnessed and a crucial partner in enhancing our Philippine-European ties. I would like to take this opportunity to mention the CFO's Bayanihan project. Kindly indulge me with your time and attention as I delve into the specifics of what Bayanihan is all about. In accordance with the Commission's mandate to strengthen our ties with the Filipino diaspora, we have created the Bayanihan project, a one-stop online portal for overseas Filipinos like you in the Philippine government's efforts to continuously engage our diaspora. The website offers a wide range of information on diaspora philanthropy, doing business in the Philippines, tourism initiatives, and investments on overseas Filipinos among others. The term Balikbayan is a play on the Filipino words Balikbayan, returning migrant, Balik, return, bayan, country, and the English word link that refers to interconnectivity through the World Wide Web. As a portal for diaspora engagement, it seeks to bring together the more than 10 million Filipinos in the diaspora in the world into an integrated and comprehensive platform that taps into their knowledge, expertise, skills, networks, material and financial resources to contribute to the development of the Philippines. Balikbayan works on two levels. First, it links OFs or overseas Filipinos to development-oriented diaspora initiatives in the Philippines. And second, it provides business and investment opportunities both at the national and local levels. The latter would link, among others, the automated transactional processes of the LGU level. Thus, in 2014, for the furtherance of its aims and purposes, the CFO under the Balikbayan program began developing localized Balikbayan web pages to highlight the services of local government units for migrants and families they have left behind. This is also the continuation of an earlier project undertaken by the CFO to mainstream migration and development at the local level. It is believed that there is a great potential that can be tapped from overseas Filipinos in developing their hometowns or communities in the Philippines. Aside from the individualized websites, several NGOs are supported in their efforts to include migrants as a formal sector in the organization of programs and services. Every year, the CFO engages with several NGOs to be its partner in developing localized PLB portals. The project team has conducted meetings and orientations with various local chief executives or their representatives and has engaged NGOs to reach out to their constituents who are abroad but can ties to their homelands or hometowns. Additional modules being included will hopefully empower NGOs in promoting migrants' rights and benefits within their constituency through specific projects that would benefit the sector. Additional training is also being planned to pursue this effort, such as technical writing, marketing, website design, and social media training to help NGOs prime their services. Currently, the Balikbayan is on its phase 3 implementation, productively facilitating diaspora engagement with Filipino Association overseas as partners. And we would like to take this opportunity to invite ENFiD to join as we expand overseas engagement by establishing partnerships with different Filipino organizations abroad through the creation of a Balikbayan website that is tailor-fit to cater to the needs of the collaborating overseas Filipino organizations. In closing, let me thank ENFiD for inviting me, even if it is virtual, as your keynote speaker on your milestone. It is heartwarming to speak in front of all of you who are as passionate as we are in paying homage to our motherland, the Philippines. Let us create a Philippine diaspora that is the best showcase of our solidarity and strength as a nation. Cognizant of the challenges that we all face, especially in these trying times, I also know that by working together, whoever and wherever we may be, our aspirations for a better future for our country and all our overseas kababayan will become a reality. I am confident that we will continue to work tirelessly through mutual cooperation and innovative actions to make all of this happen. May you have a productive and fruitful General Assembly. And again, I congratulate the officers and members of ENFiD for this very successful assembly. I'm very confident that this assembly will produce more and more projects for the benefit of our kababayans abroad and our country. Good luck to you, and I hope that our collaboration will continue and be more productive as even we have had in the past. Maraming salamat sa inyo. May the good Lord bless and keep you always.
The FFOC Aero Fitness dancers, they have managed to do this, prepare this dance in 2.5 Sundays. Okay, this is how good the Filipinos are. Okay, so we, as Ambassador said earlier, we have to encourage the young Filipinos here, and we are so pleased that our main dancer here is a young lady, and this is what I have been telling her: be an ambassador of the Filipino youth in Cyprus. So, she is Shalan, and we hope that she will continue presenting the Filipino cultures in Cyprus and also in her schools. Because what I keep telling them is that even if we are in Cyprus, in Europe, or wherever in the world, we are still Filipino at heart. And we should always be very proud of our cultures and traditions. So, Shalan, you heard what the ambassador said earlier. Be the ambassador of the youth of the Filipino community in Cyprus. I know you will not say no to me whenever I call to you. Yes? So, maraming salamat sa pakikipag-join mo sa mga matatanda. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, please, let us enjoy our traditional dance. Tinikling, and towards the end of this dance, everyone who wants to join, please join. Okay? And as I said, after this tinikling, we will please get one group photo and then we will have a little break.
Okay.
Elementary
Cyprus and probably all over Europe and in the world, the community become closer and be watchful of this event or this happening. But anyway, as part of another annual General Assembly is a report from our treasurer. Yeah. Okay. So we'll proceed with the presentation because the highlight of the annual General Assembly is to elect additional board of directors who are to replace those who are terming out. There are board of directors who have termed out, meaning they have served ENFiD for 6 years already. So we have countries that have been nominated to take the seat board. May I turn over the mic to Mr. Lito Gomez of ENFiD France, who is acting as the COMELEC chairman for today's lecture.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Napanood ko din yung video just like everyone else. We are touched. It was a video well done. But don't worry, it will be taken. It will be in our mind and our heart and feel of Europe. We will look into that. We may contribute, maybe not financially, but maybe sa literacy kung how we can respect our rights all over. Okay, yun lang. Now I'm here to present to you the candidates. We do it just like what the Vice Chairman said. Every 2 years nag-election ng 5. The following year, 6 naman ang board members. Ang duty nito is for 2 years. Then can be re-elected for a total term of 6 years. Ngayon, I have the list. I have with me the list of those people who are to be re-elected at your countries who needs there to have their nominees elected. So I will call one by one. We have nominees coming from 5 countries. Namely, I will call them one by one, and they will give their small presentation of themselves, so that you will know who will be in the board for the next 2 years. I would like to call Mr. Ronald Sipat. He is our vice chairman now, and he's also candidate to become board member again. Please.
Thank you, Lito. Well, just a short introduction. I am currently the ENFiD UK chairman, chairperson, and also just recently the chairperson of ENFiD EU. My terms has expired because we only have to serve 2 years, and we have to be re-elected for another 2 years just in case we are elected. Okay, so we just continue whatever we have started from 2019 till today, when I was part of the board, and we'll continue to serve the community the way we did before. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I will present to you next. He used to be a board member. He used also to be the COMELEC chair. He also used to be the vice chairman. May I present to you Mr. Christian Estrada.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So Kuya Lito was right. I used to be a vice chairperson of ENFiD UK, and I had to have a little rest. I used to be the chairperson of ENFiD UK, and my predecessor is also here. So andito ako to continue the adhikain ng Filipino diaspora, and that is to network, to connect all Filipinos of all country members sa Europa. So, lahat tayo, inaabot natin, lahat ng mga Pilipino sa 18 countries ng ENFiD Europe. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you very much. Our next nominee is not present today, and the person who's supposed to present her is the chairman, but unluckily the chairman had some untoward incident that she cannot come today. So, the nominee from Norway is Gina Soliano Hardy. I will read the highlights of her career. She is a community and volunteer service, country representative of ENFiD Norway, board member, PWO, Philippine Women's Organization. She is also the cultural events planner, Bayanihan, then Philippines Foreign Greenland. And she's a pop dancer, she's a choreographer, she is a volunteer worker for the IT that is in Norway, and she is one of the community leaders there. And she is not alien to ENFiD because she knows ENFiD also, and she's a candidate representing Norway. Next, I would like to call the one representing the candidate of Switzerland. The candidate is Marcelina Manalo Emery, presented by our board member, Epi.
Good afternoon. I was board member 2019 until now, but of course, because of our agreement in Switzerland, as federal government, we also copy that. Every 2 years, we also change our board members. So now I will be coming back again to our local ENFiD Switzerland. And now Ate Lina is watching. I want to read her a little bit, CV achievement. She was born November 8, 1945. She's already senior citizen, but she's a very active advocate, Filipino community, Philippine community. Actually, she's one of the founder in European community in Rome. She's one of the founder, and then she graduated in University of Santo Tomas as civil engineer and working in construction. And I just want to, this is really long. She worked in Africa, she worked in Ghana, West Africa, family building, 1989, reintegration in Zurich also. She's one, like Vivian Kiefer, she's one of our pioneer Filipino, very active in Switzerland, Philcom. And she moved to Germany, worked in Frauenhaus, or we call it Women House, Women Group, in Mannheim, in Frauenhaus, Speyer. And then as social community engagement and affiliation, she joined the Solidarity Group of Switzerland, Philippines in Zurich. And she also initiated and co-founded Samahang Filipina Zurich, and until now they are also very active until present. She co-initiated and co-founded Tuluyang Pinoy in Zurich. But now I think it's already, it's not anymore functioning. And co-founded Babaylan Europe, in Babaylan, Switzerland also. And member of Philippine Nets, eventually in Germany. And of course, until present, as she also stated her that she's a co-initiated and founding member of ENFiD Europe and also ENFiD Switzerland. And as of now, she's also one of our board members in Switzerland and advisor. So now Ate Lina, on behalf of you, we are happy to present you in ENFiD as ENFiD board member in Europe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next nominee is coming from Iceland. She is not present, but since we do not have enough logistics to put them into Zoom and to speak themselves, I will try to read their CV. And then I will try to explain to you later the procedures on how it will happen. So, this she is a board member. She has experience that is so long. I will read the headings, the highlights. She is a member of ENFiD. She is a member of Landsspitalen, or the National University of Iceland Steering Committee for the Integration of Foreign Health Workers. She is a staff nurse at Acute Psychiatric Unit, Non-Hospital University Hospital. She was Operations Direction, Yorkshire Publication. She was Editor-in-Chief of Specialty Publications in Prairie Publications Incorporated. She was also a contributing writer, Philippine Daily Inquirer. So, if I will read all the details, it will take us so long. Anyway, the board members, those who will vote, normally they know her already. I will now present to you the next nominee coming from Italy. She is represented by one of the board members. He is also a board member to be re-elected. I would like to call ang representative nila, also a board member, Annabelle Mayo. From Italy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mga kababayan. I would like to represent Ariel La Chica as for another term, for another 2 years. He is a true leader in Italy, Central. It's in Rome. I'm from Milan. And he is the founder of Federation of Filipinos in Italy. So how big is it? We are about 180,000 Filipinos in Italy. So if we say 60% of that is, you can see it in Milan, in Lombard region, and another is in Central and in South. So how big we are, I hope you understand how hard we have also. So I know Ariel is a good person. I know he's working hard. And I know he's trying to mentor Filipino leaders in Central Italy. So please, from my heart, I hope he will win the election as board member for 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will explain to you now the rules and regulations or the election process regulations of ENFiD. In case we have exact numbers that we need in accordance with the election process. It says that they will be automatically elected. In case we have less candidates than what we need, then the board of directors will handle that after. In case we have more nominees than what we need, then we have to elect one by one. Since we have enough numbers to fill, we need 6 board members and we have 6 nominees. We do hereby say that these become automatic. They are automatically becoming members of the board for the next 2 years. Now, in accordance with the election of the executive committee for the chairman, vice chairman, secretary, treasurer, MD communications officer, it will be elected by those who are elected for the board. So, among the board members, they will elect who will be the officers of the board, and it will be done later. So, this could be, we thought, to be very long. We thought that could be complicated, but since we have this rule, we just have to implement these rules. We cannot do otherwise. So that's all we have, and later on you will know. I don't know if you can have it in an hour or 2 hours, because the board members will still have to meet and to decide among the elections who will lead ENFiD for the next 2 years. Thank you very much.
Okay, I would like to invite everybody to please come forward and we'll do a little Zumba. Okay, yes. To finish off our entertainment. And then welcome once again the Aero Fitness Curriculum dancers.